Good morning, students. I hope you all are fine in your home. I'm Anmol Thakur, and today we discuss about the biology chapter Human Digestive System. Okay, in this chapter, we discuss about the human digestive organs and the digestive glands and small about the enzymes which is present in the body and which help in the digestion process. So first we discuss about what is digestive system. Okay, the digestive system is that system which help in digestion of food. Digestion of food means food is broken down into small molecules, and these simple molecule is carried by blood to the body cells. So first we discuss about nutrients and digestive system. Okay, we know that the food we take that is full of nutrients. Okay, nutrients give the nutrition to the body. Okay, so there are different type of nutrients which is present in the body, in the food, that is carbohydrates, fats means lipids, protein, vitamins, minerals and water. These are the nutrients which is present in the food and which give us energy. So first, the human digestive system. Okay, in digestive system, the digestive system takes in food, break it down into molecules small enough for the body to absorb. Okay, firstly the food that we intake, that is broken down into small molecules. Okay, that is the simplest form of food. Okay, and that is absorbed by the body, and the undigested food is transmitted to the or eliminated by the body. So first, the digestive organ is our mouth. Okay, so in mouth, firstly they have two lips. One is upper lip, lower lip. Okay, and inside it there is a oral cavity. Okay, or we also call it as a buccal cavity. Okay, in buccal cavity we found teeth, salivary glands, our tongue and a palate. Okay, so what is palate? Palate is basically a roof of buccal cavity. Okay, and main function of teeth is grind food into small particles. Okay, so first we discuss about the palate. You see in the diagrams the roof of buccal cavity we call palate. Okay, and they are of two types. One is hard palate and one is soft palate. The in anterior side there is a recess or transverse slits are present. That's why that we called as a hard palate, that is a bony structure. Okay, and on the posterior side there is a soft palate because there is no ridges is present in soft palate. Okay, so next is tongue. The floor of buccal cavity, or you can say that mouth, is called tongue. Okay, what is the main function of tongue is it help in mixing of food with the saliva. Okay, the saliva which is secreted by our salivary glands, and that we discuss later on. So first tongue mix the food with the saliva. Okay, and when you chew the food, that small ball is called bolus. Okay, and then this bolus we can engulf. Tongue bears taste bud to taste the food. You can see in the diagram the position of the taste bud, like bitter, sour, salty and sweet. Next is teeth. Teeth are designed for mechanical digestion of food. Okay, in teeth the mechanical digestion is occur, for example grinding of food, chewing of food. Okay, each tooth is composed of a crown, neck and root. When you see the internal diagram, okay, the upper white part is that is seen upside the gums, that is a crown part. Okay, and the downward part is neck, then root. When you see the internal structure, the three layers are present: enamel, dentine, and pulp layer. Okay. When you talk about the types of teeth, there are four types of teeth: molar, premolar, canine, and incisors. The front teeth we call incisor, that is 8 in number. When you talk about upper jaws and lower jaws, canine are 4 in number, premolars are 8, and molars are 12 in number. Okay, so next is our pharynx. Okay, in pharynx region, two pipes are present. Okay, one we called air pipe and one we called food pipe. Air pipe we call trachea and food pipe we called esophagus. Okay, when we swallow the food, pharynx lies behind the soft palate where these two pipes are present. Okay, so opening of esophagus is guarded by a gullet and opening of trachea is guarded by a glottis. And behind the soft palate, the hanging structure is present. That structure we called uvula. You can see in the diagrams, the hanging structure is called uvula. Okay, what is the main function of that uvula? It, when you swallow the food, it close internal nares. Okay, and the opening of trachea is guarded by a small flap that is called epiglottis. Okay, and main function of epiglottis is to avoid entry of food into the windpipe, or you can say that trachea. Our next is esophagus. Okay, it is a long tube that connect the buccal cavity or mouth to the stomach. Okay, so that is about 25 centimeter long. Okay, and in this most important is there is a contraction is there that we call peristalsis movements. Okay, in this tube there is a no digestion occur. Okay, only movement of food is there. That movement we call peristaltic movement. In this movement, the food is when muscles contract, the food is moves forward. Okay, so main function is move the bolus into the stomach, and the digestive glands are absent in the esophagus. There is a no digestion occur in esophagus, only the movement of food from buccal cavity to stomach is there. Next structure is stomach, that is the largest portion. It is elongated J-shaped structures. Okay, and their lining is guarded by a numerous glands that we call digestive glands. Okay, and the opening of esophagus into stomach is guarded by a sphincter that we call cardiac sphincter, and the food which is digested in the stomach with the help of enzymes, now that food name is chyme. Okay, and when these chymes enter into small intestine, that is guarded by a pyloric sphincter. Okay, the stomach wall mainly contain numerous digestive glands that we call gastric gland. The main function of gastric gland is to secrete gastric juice, hydrochloric acid, and mucus. And mucus is basically secreted by mucous membrane. Okay, the main function of that hydrochloric acid is it provide acidic medium. If there is a no acidic medium in the stomach, no food digestion is there. So hydrochloric basically provide acidic medium, and the enzyme which is present in the gastric juice, that enzymes are present in the form of inactive forms. Okay, so main function of hydrochloric acid is it activate the enzymes. Okay, the enzyme name is pepsinogen, that is the inactive form of, and with the help of hydrochloric acid it change into active form and help in digestion of protein. Okay, and the main function of hydrochloric acid is it kills the bacteria which enter in the stomach, and the enzyme like pepsinogen, when we converted it into active form, it digest or break down the protein and lipids, and mucus help in prevent the harmful effect of acid. Okay, Next is small intestine. The small intestine is divided into three parts: the duodenum, jejunum, and ileum. Okay, so firstly, food enter from the stomach into the duodenum, which is guarded by a pyloric sphincter. Okay, when food enter into the duodenum part, in duodenum two juices are present: one is bile juice and one is pancreatic juice. Bile juice coming from the liver, and pancreatic juice comes from the pancreas with the help of duct, bile duct or pancreatic duct. Okay, next is jejunum and ileum. Main function of ileum, it is a guard lining by a small finger like projections that we call villi. Okay, and villi is supplied with arteriole, venules and blood capillaries. And main function of villi is it increase the area for absorption. The food that is digested in the intestine and converted into a simplest form. Okay, so that simplest form is now transfer in the blood, and from the blood it transmit into the different body cells. And most important is, in intestine there is two glands are present: Brunner glands and crypt of Lambertkuchen. It secrete basically the digestive juice or intestinal juice, that name is succus entericus. So next is large intestine. Okay, so large intestine is line abdominal or pelvic cavity of the body, and it is divided into three parts. Okay, the lower part we call abdominal cavity. Now the three parts are cecum, colon and rectum. Cecum is a small pouch like structure, you can see in the diagrams, and there is a small finger like projection coming out of it, or you can say that the tube that is called blind tube called appendix, that is inactive in the human. Only the appendix function is present in the grass grazing animals. Okay, so next is colon part. Colon is divided into four parts: ascending, transverse, descending and uh, sigmoid colon. Okay, so next is rectum. It is about 20 centimeter long tube that open into a exteriorly by anus. Okay, the all undigested food is transmitted from the body from outside, that is through rectum or the anus part, which is guarded by a anal sphincter muscles. Okay, so last process egestion, which is occurred through the large intestine. Okay, so next we discuss about the digestive glands. Okay, digestive glands are basically salivary glands, liver and pancreas. So one by one we discuss these glands. So first is salivary glands. Salivary glands are basically present in our mouth, or you can say that the buccal cavity. They are of three types: parotid gland, submaxillary or mandibular gland, or sublingual gland. The position are also mentioned. Parotid gland are present in lower jaws, you can see in the diagrams, and maxillary or mandibular glands are present in the lower jaws, and sublingual glands are present below the tongue, and main function of these glands is to secrete saliva. Okay, and saliva, what is the main function of saliva? It lubricate your food, okay, and make it soft. And the lysozyme which present in saliva, it kills the bacteria. Okay, and an enzyme is present at salivary amylase, which converts starch, that is a carbohydrate, converted into the maltose, that is the again simple forms. Next is liver. Liver is the largest organ of the body, or you can say that the largest gland. Okay, the main function of liver is to secrete or to form bile juice. Okay, and from the liver duct it transmits into the gallbladder. Okay, the main storage site for bile juices gallbladder. When somebody asks you which bile juice is produced by which organ, that is liver, and the bile juice is stored. Okay, in liver no bile juice is stored, only in the gallbladder the bile juice is stored and it transmits into the duodenum part. Okay, so our next digestive gland is pancreas gland. Okay, that we called a mix gland. Okay, that is a pink colored leaf shaped gland. Okay, you can see in the diagram below the stomach the pancreas is present. Okay, that lie in u-shaped loop of duodenum part. Okay, the part which arise from the stomach, that is a small intestine part, that is u-shaped. Okay, that we call duodenum part. Okay, and we call it as a mixed gland because it having dual glands, the exocrine part and endocrine part. Okay, the exocrine part secrete basically pancreatic juice, okay, which contain enzyme for digestion of sugar or protein, and endocrine part is formed of a cell that we called islet of Langerhans. Okay, which produce mainly insulin and glucagon, which are the hormones. Okay, so upper part called exocrine we secrete digestive juice that we call pancreatic juice, and endocrine part mainly produce hormones, that is insulin and glucagon, which regulate glucose level, okay, during increasing or decreasing amount in the blood. So that's all for the today. In next video we discuss about digestion or chemical process.